down.
It's a conversation, you know. You can if you want.
Yeah.
But generally we
Stare
don't.
down there.
Generally we don't.
Generally we don't.
No. Just have a conversation.
We're just chatting on a couple
Hey,
of
B.
milk craze. Hey Brett, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Feeling good.
Hey, I know you've of many different names. There's B, there's Bianca.
Yep.
There's B anchor, like a boat anchor.
Yep.
And there's Party B.
Yeah.
So tell everyone about you and what you do.
I do a lot of things. I work as a tour manager.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently working for 360. And I'm also a DJ. And I like to say baby producer, as I'm trying to make my own tracks.
Oh,
and
right.
singing.
Because when I hear baby producer,
Yeah, what do you think?
and you're a woman, like producing baby,
Yeah,
not that.
Not
that.
No, I'm not going to have
So like
babies.
an early
I'm
career
opting out.
stages producer.
Yes, an early career stages producer. Let's just clarify that
Yeah.
for everyone.
Don't want to get your mum excited.
No, well, yeah, don't want to. Sorry, Mum, not having any. Marcus has pushed one out for you. Well, he didn't. His wife
Yes,
did.
that's
Anyway,
true.
but yeah, so baby producer. So I'm still learning how to produce and all of that sort of stuff. And all around music industry wizard, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you used to do roller derby. That's where B anchor comes from.
Yeah. I used to do roller derby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Big-
10 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long have we been friends?
Oh, I think 2008.
17, 18 years? Yeah.
Yeah, a while.
Shit, 16 years.
Mm-hmm. It's a long
Wow.
time.
I
Not
know.
many people can probably hold that record with me,
Wow.
so well done.
Oh, we're good mates.
We're tight.
Hey, look, we are actually here to talk about tattoos. That's the whole
Yeah.
idea of the project. So, and you've got quite a few.
Yeah.
And I photographed you probably 3 or 4 years ago now,
Yeah.
initially.
It's a while ago, yeah.
And that was before this project started. And then when this project started, I thought I've got to get Bianca in.
Yeah.
So tell us, what was your very first tattoo?
So my very first tattoo was very on brand, a music note.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually behind my left ear
Oh, yeah,
here.
right there, yeah.
So I got that, I think I was either 21 or 22, it was around 2010, 2011. And spontaneously, my friend was going to get an initial from her partner at the time on her ribs. And
Yeah.
then they had space. So I was like, oh, how much would it cost to get this? And could I get that? And they were like, yeah, sure, we've got space and time. So I did it in the moment. The guy was like, yeah, are you sure you want this forever and ever and ever? And I was like, yeah, I do. And then I got the first one and that was kind of it. But
Yeah.
I was a late bloomer, I guess, because I always wanted them
Yeah.
since I was like 15, 16, but just a bit worried about judgment and all
Yeah.
that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah, I've talked about that a few times in this series about, you know, when you see a person with tattoos, some people automatically judge
Yeah.
just based on tattoos, but then also sometimes based on the type of tattoo.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so this series is kind of trying to lift the lid on that
like
and find out about the person, you know.
destigmatise it.
So.
Yeah.
But at
yeah.
least, you know, like when he said, you know, like, you're going to have that forever, it's an easy one to cover,
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
you know.
And just, you know, it's gone. I hid it for a while from my grandparents. I have German grandparents. My
Okay.
Oma and Opa, very anti-tattoo. And I remember I used to get my hair dyed at Uma's house, and she used to rinse my hair out in the bathtub.
Yeah.
And she was rubbing and rubbing for ages behind my ear. And I was like, Uma, what are you doing? And she's like, this hair color's not coming off. And I was like, oh, it's a tattoo. And she's like, spinnst du, which means, are you crazy in German? Like, hit me over the head. And then my Upa, I had to hide it more from him because she's more chill.
Right.
And he saw me in Woolies one time at a random shopping centre, not even near their house, and saw it. And he didn't speak to me for 3 weeks. over it.
Wow.
So up until maybe 5 years ago, I used to actually hide all my tattoos.
Wow.
When I'd visit from Melbourne, I would like, at Christmas, envision me in like a long dress and long pants
Like
in
a
like
skivvy.
37-degree heat.
Wow.
Yeah. But then my brother got a tattoo on his forearm and was just like, I don't care.
How do
And
they
showed
cope
it.
now?
They're fine.
They're fine.
My Upa still occasionally tells me that red ink will give me cancer. But other
Specifically
than that,
red ink.
Specifically the red ink. So I don't know, maybe fact check that. But yeah, I don't think.
I've not heard that before.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
he's just like, you're so beautiful. Why would you do that to yourself? But I get it. It's different times,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to convince him. But
This is true.
I'm still the same person. So
You are.
you know,
So where'd you
Yeah.
go from the musical note? What was the next step? Did you go big or did you
I went
keep it small?
big.
You did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a massive gramophone on the back of my thigh.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think the next one was this one, which is, I would say, my shittest tattoo that I've
Right.
got. It's all blown out. It's terrible.
Is that a horse you had?
It was a horse that I had, Rusty. He was nearly 40. when he died. So mum and dad rescued him.
It's old for a horse.
Yeah, super old. Yeah. So I got that when I moved to Sydney, actually. But the studio said anyone who got tattooed by that person could come and get it fixed for free. So he must have been pretty bad.
Okay.
I never went back, but, you know, it's my horse, so I'm not going to get it laser or anything. Yeah. If that's my shittest tattoo, I'm doing
it's pretty
good,
actually.
I
it's
think.
Not bad.
You know, like I do try to do my research on artists and like make sure that they're legit and clean.
You got a lot of stickers.
Yes. Yeah.
That's kind of your style, right? There's no, it's not like a full sleeve. It's not integrated. It's just bits and pieces. So after Rusty, obviously you just kept going.
Yeah, I did. I just kept going. I think I can't really remember the running order of sort of things, but because I never had planned to get anything other than on my thigh.
Right.
Because I was like, this you can still hide it.
Sure.
You can get a real job or whatever.
Yeah.
Like obviously not falling for that narrative anymore. But yeah, I didn't really plan to go past like my thigh, and then I started getting my arm done. I think maybe the Tour Mum one was next, which I got in LA at Music Festival, which is Travis Barker's festival.
Okay. Yep.
And I got that by a really cool guy called Mikey T. He's done a lot of my tattoos. He's done that one. He did my No Means No pepper spray, little palm tree down here.
Okay.
And I got that because I had worked on a couple of tours, tour managing and stuff. So kind of early on tour managing days.
Tell me about DIY emo, and then you've got Stay
Sick.
Stay Sick. I like those.
Yeah. So I got emo first, which was a matching tattoo with my friend Justin, and I met him working on Hawthorne Heights and Red Jumpsuit Apparatus Tour, and he was their merch videographer guy. So when I went to LA, we went and both got these matching straight off a flight, straight to a tattoo shop. And then DIY is like do it yourself, because I'm just big on doing it myself and organising things, and you can do anything. Stay Sick was an idea after I got this one by my friend Mason Hall, the Cramps tattoo. Patch.
Yep.
The original design of this one was actually, you could get Twisted Sister or Slayer.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want some punishing Slayer fan coming up to me being like, what's your favourite song?
Yeah.
I didn't really know. I know a couple of Cramps songs. I'm going to admit that I'm, not a super fan, but it's a cool looking tattoo.
Like the Mansplayers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're wearing a Nirvana shirt. Tell me 5 Nirvana songs.
Yeah.
I just like the shirt, dude.
The shirt looks cool. Whatever. Someone will listen to the band. Who cares?
Yeah.
And then Stay Sick is from another Cramps reprint. But I also just thought it was a cool thing to say, and was in a phase of signing off my emails like that. So then I got it on my fingers. Nice. Yeah. And they've held pretty well, actually.
They have, actually.
My friend Koopman did those ones too.
Okay. Tell me about Firestarter, because we've talked about that before. That's a pretty significant tattoo for you.
Yeah. I got that one on the 1-year death anniversary of Keith Flint from The Prodigy, because I loved The Prodigy. It was one of the first non-pop albums, The Fat of the Land, that I listened to when I was like 8 or 9 years old, because my uncles had showed me it, along with like Linkin Park, Grinspoon, Living End, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And I just really, really love that record, and I really love that it's like electronic meets punk, and like he's such a prolific person, like the energy he brings he brought to the live stage shows, and just the music that they make. And Firestarter is like what's in your chest and what's your heart, so it's like a constant reminder for me that like this is like, whatever's in here, you should follow that and trust that. Okay. So that one's a bit deep.
It's also a movie reference.
Yeah, it is a movie reference. We found out Stephen King movie featuring Drew Barrymore. So, which often people is like, is that like the movie or the song?
But it was made before you were born.
It was made 5 years before I was born, yeah.
Yeah, so you're like, no, not really.
No, not really. Not the vibe. The song was made after I was born, though, so that's
cool.
Yeah.
Tell me about, I really like this. Is this a panther?
It is a panther.
It's one of my favourites of yours. I really, really like it.
It's held really well. It was probably the most painful out of all of them.
There's not a lot of flesh there on the kneecap.
No, just particularly this part here, I started crying.
Yeah.
But Mason is very gentle-handed and was very quick, so we got it done in about 2 hours.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely one of my favourite tattoos for sure. And the colour it's for a girl who's out in the sun, it's still quite in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do on the other one because it just sucks so bad, the pain. Let's be real. And as you get older, it hurts. So try and get all your tattoos before you turn 30. Okay. Is my advice to everyone.
You've got a lot of like personal references as well. Like, Like what you got? Party Time.
Party Time Excellent, which is Wayne from Wayne's World.
Yeah.
My friend Matt, who actually was in the music business course with me, with How I Met You.
Yeah.
He did this one for me for $72.
Right.
Because that's all I had, and he was an apprentice. And then another was Sarah. This one I got matching with a couple of the kids from Stand Atlantic.
Right.
We've been friends for ages.
The skull with the flames behind it.
Yeah, we've all got the same, but mine is about 3 times bigger than Bonnie and Potter's because they dogged me.
You've got a Violent Soho lyric.
Yeah, I've got Love is a Heavy Word up here. Trash Boy Bin Chicken, Miami Ice logo for any Gold Coast people who know what that is.
Yeah. You got the postcode.
4221 Palmy Army. I'm protected. Look up what Palmy Army is. It's actually pretty scary.
You can Google that.
You can Google that.
Yeah.
I'm not claiming affiliation, actually.
They're pretty
allegedly.
rough.
They are pretty rough. Sometimes I think they're down at the 7-Eleven near my house.
The GC.
Wild. But yeah, and then I've got like some olives, which is a matching one with a best friend of mine, Harley. The palm trees from a tour with Beth Lucas when I used to manage her.
All right,
we both got those together. She's gone country now.
Wow.
Cool. And then I have a Premiership 2022
Cats.
Geelong Cats.
Of course.
Tattoo.
Cats fan.
Go the Cats.
Yeah.
From when they won and I worked at the grand final.
Nice.
Yeah. And then that was totally, I just couldn't decide what I wanted on the day. So I was like, yeah, that'll do.
Just Grim Reaper.
Yeah. I'm actually terrified of death, so it's great to have
Good
it
reminder.
on my arm that it's there, you know?
Yeah. We've all got a use by date.
Yeah. Yeah. So your tattoos will eventually go away.
They will.
So if you regret them, just wait till you're dead.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Hey, what the plans to do anything? Because you got a blank canvas on your back. Is that going to stay that way?
Yeah, definitely. I think because it's just too. I think it's too much of a decision. You either have to have like a massive piece. I thought about getting like a giant panther with flames coming off of its feet and tail,
Right.
and I thought that would look cool. But that will take a long time. It's a lot of black ink. And
money and pain.
Money and pain and time.
Yeah.
And then, no one talks about the post-healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, you might be laying on a bed for like 4 to 8 hours or whatever you can handle. But then it's like the weeks after, like showering, and then you can't, if you haven't got someone with you to put cream on your back, like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll eventually fill in this.
You've got some real estate there on that, the thigh there.
I just think I've kind of gotten over the excitement of it, and now it hurts more than it is fun.
Yeah.
Because when you like first getting tattooed, you're like, yes, so sick. It doesn't hurt that bad. I want to get all this stuff, and then you're like, as you get older, you're like,
well, I don't know because I don't have.
Well, that's fine. So you can expect the worst, and then you actually will be fine.
Okay.
Like.
Which leads me on to the last question I ask everyone.
Yeah.
Complete clean skin.
Yes.
You've known me for a while now, so this will be interesting. If I was to get a tattoo, not saying I will, but if I was, what would you recommend I get as my first tattoo?
Based on from how I know you, I'd say get the Starving Kids logo.
Yeah.
Have people said that before?
No, Roz has.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife
I think
has.
that's a good one.
Right.
Or you like beer, so maybe a little beer glass.
Beer cans, craft beer cans have come up.
Or if you want to go footy, you go for Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Just get the little horse head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some good ideas.
Yeah, or you could get a full portrait of Roz on your back.
Yeah.
Like Steve has himself tattooed on his back,
Probably won't.
Let's start a GoFundMe now for Brett's first tattoo.
First tattoo,
Link in bio.
Full back piece, 1, expensive.
Yeah.
2, it's going to hurt.
We can get the funding.
It's going to hurt like a bitch.
Yeah.
And 3, no one's ever going to see it because I never take my shirt off in public.
Oh, well.
So, it's like...
You're going to have to start wearing mesh singlets. It's a vibe.
I don't think the world's ready for that.
They don't need to be ready. You just got to rock it.
Yeah, look, if I did, I think I'd get something on a forearm somewhere.
Yeah, arms are definitely
so people
less
could see
painful.
it, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that meaty bit under there, I reckon.
You could do... I saw someone get like nightclub stamps so they didn't have to pay for like going into clubs back in the day.
Remember the days we used to get your mate to stamp it and then you
and then you lick it and
Yeah.
Your kids don't know what that was like.
I got busted one night doing that. The security guard see me, he goes, like, you're not getting in.
You're like, damn it. Can't afford the $10.
Should have done it around the corner. But we did it in front of the security.
And you just risked the biscuit. Yeah, but getting caught one time out of how
Yeah,
many.
I know. Like the old lick it and stamp it, and
Yeah.
then you're good to go.
Or just don't put a wristband on too tight, slip it off,
Give it to
give
your
it to your mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, thanks for coming in.
That's okay.
Thanks for chatting to me.
Handshake's so weird for us.
Well, we do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that at the
Yeah.
end of each episode. Like,
It's like a business
we can
deal.
hug off screen.
Yeah.
We
You
can
guys
hug
have to
it
pay extra for that.
out. Thanks heaps.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Been great catching up and having a chat about your tattoos.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I feel like I covered most of them.
You did.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.